everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm just positioning my camera just to make sure that I am straight, and I think I am. My desk is a mess, honestly. I will just put this here for something for you to look at. Look, Ian Somerhalder, he is gorgeous. Vampire Diaries colouring book and a Hedwig pencil case. Yes, so I just wanted to pop on. You don't have to listen to this video or watch this video. It's entirely up to you. It's not very crafty. I might share some things with you after, but I just wanted to explain a little bit about where I've been and some of the things that I've been dealing with. Now, it's not, I'm not, you know, going to go like majorly into it, obviously, because I'm not frightened of talking about it. I find it a lot easier to talk about it, actually, because it helps me to get it off my chest. So who better to do it to all my YouTube friends? So I'm sorry, but if you don't want to watch this, then it's about mental health. Then it's entirely up to you. I will be coming on with other videos. I've got an entry to share with you from the lovely Debbie from Paper Lace and Some, who I need to apologise to profusely, because I have had her entry now for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. But obviously I just haven't been well enough to come and do any videos at the minute. I am still struggling quite a bit, but I am comfortable enough to do a video. So I thought I'd better get on and do some, because my life has got to go on. Basically, the last time I spoke to you, I was in touch with the doctors. I think I told you that they gave me sertraline tablets for my anxiety, because I'm really, really struggling with my anxiety. I always have struggled with my anxiety, but it's getting worse and worse and worse. And some of the things that I was thinking were very sort of irrational. So anyway, I took the courage, I rang the doctors. I didn't see a doctor face to face. I just said what was happening, and basically she said, for this anxiety, I would advise you take this. So I went, picked it up, I took the tablet. Anyway, about 2:30ish, I took the tablet around about 11. About 2:30ish, I went to go and pick up my children, and I went severely, and I mean severely, downhill. I sort of was really pale. I couldn't breathe properly. I was shaking. Obviously, it was time to pick up the kids, so I got out of the car to go and walk up to get to them. But the lollipop lady, who I want to thank massively, said to me, Amy, there is no way that you can do anything. You're not driving, you're not doing anything. She said, you look really pale. I said, look, I really don't feel well. So she said, right, ring the school, get the school to bring the children down to you. So I had one of the teachers bring the children down to me, but of course I'm trying to hide it from the kids, but also in some serious physical sort of discomfort. I felt sick. I felt like I was going to throw up. Yeah, it was awful. Anyway, the lollipop lady kindly, I left my car there, she kindly dropped us home. But of course I was in the house then with the children by myself, and I was getting worse and worse and worse. My breathing was worse, my anxiety was through the roof, I was shaking, I was wanting to be sick. I wasn't actually sick, but the feeling of being sick was so overwhelming that it was like really causing me a lot of pain. So I was panicking. So of course I rang for a paramedic, because I didn't want to scare the children, but again, I didn't want anything to happen to me, because I felt like I was going to pass out, and I didn't want to do that with the children there. So I rang them, and I was like, please, someone send someone. Anyway, they couldn't send someone for a while, so I rang my mother-in-law, who doesn't drive, but I asked her if she could get a taxi over to me as soon as she possibly could. She lives about 10-15 minutes away. And at the same time, the lollipop lady was messaging me to ask me if I was okay, and I was like, no, I'm really, really not. I can't cope at the minute. And the kids were like, obviously they didn't really know what was going on, they just knew that I wasn't right. So she said, look, I'll come and sit with you for a minute. So she came over, but at the same time she came over, my mother-in-law came over, so they were both with me then. So obviously the lollipop lady went and everything wasn't okay. Obviously, I was still the same. I was in a state. But at least Brenda was there because I knew she could look after the children. If she wasn't there for me, she was there for the children. Of course, the paramedic came out, and when she came out, I had, well, not calmed down, but I had not chilled out either. I was a little bit calmer then, but I was still pretty bad, okay? And obviously I must have had like some sort of adverse effect to this sertraline tablet. Now, the doctors told me that they would, they could possibly produce side effects. Now, with side effects, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, do they? They didn't really say that you would definitely get them. They said you might get them and you might feel sick. But they didn't really emphasize too much on it. But of course, my anxiety fed on it. So I was worrying so much about being ill from the side effects that I was making myself worse. Does that make sense? So anyway, yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not going to tell you everything, but yeah, I might as well just explain the whole story to you. But yeah, so I, what happened next? So yes, the paramedics came, they checked my BP and everything like that. I was fine, but I felt like, the only way I can describe it is that there was something inside me and I needed to get it out. I needed to have my stomach pumped or something because I thought the tablet was killing me. I literally thought I was dying. So I went from like being anxious to depressed to not wanting to be here to just curl up and just go to sleep forever. I was really, really bad. I had to, so the paramedics went, but I felt comfortable when she was there because obviously you feel safe when there's somebody there that knows what they're talking about. But of course, as soon as the paramedic went then, I was having the shakes and everything again, and I was like feeling sick and everything was happening to me again. And basically I was just having panic attack after panic attack after panic attack, and I didn't really know what was going on other than the fact that I felt like I did when I had Alicia, because I suffered with postnatal depression after Alicia. My whole body like sort of went numb and I just gave up. I was broken. So by the time I'd spoken to the GP, they were telling me to concentrate on my breathing, but nothing was working. So at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I had to take, Brian had to take me, bless him, over to A&E to speak to a crisis team. They were going to admit me, but there was a lot of COVID on the ward, and they didn't really want me to be on that specific ward because it was for really, really ill people, and I wasn't okay, but I was okay enough that I wasn't going to cause harm to anybody else. Even though I wanted to give up, I wasn't actually gonna act on it then. So yeah, so I just got to the point where I was broken and I just needed to be fixed, so I needed help. So yeah, so I spoke to the crisis team. They were great. They gave me some diazepam, which helped a lot. I had an appointment with the GP the following day, so I knew that was coming anyway. So that was like a sort of helped with my anxiety. And then anyway, I spoke to so they gave me a diazepam, which because I was so because my levels of anxiety were so high, the diazepam was only working for sort of 20-30 minutes or so. So like after it was wearing off, I would go back to like shaking and like feeling really awful again. And it was the sickness that was making me feel like I just couldn't do it. So anyway, when I spoke to the GP, I said, can you give me something to stop making me feel so sick? But of course, it wasn't by then the tablet, the sertraline, would have worn off. It was myself. I was making myself sick, but I couldn't stop it, obviously. But anyway, she was like, right, we'll get yourself sorted out first with regards to your physical discomfort, and then we'll talk about some other sort of medication you can be on. So she gave me anti-sickness medication, and she gave me some more diazepam to calm me down, which worked amazingly. I think it was 1 day off work. She gave me a sick paper for 2 weeks, but my job, if I don't go into work, I don't get paid. I don't get paid enough to be on the threshold to claim it back off the government either. I can't, I don't. My boss is so awesome that she was really, really good about it anyway. So, yeah, anyway, that's a different story. But I took the anti-sickness medication with the diazepam, and I started to feel a lot better. And once I started to feel like I wasn't going to be sick, my appetite went completely. I wasn't eating anything. I hadn't eaten anything for about 48 hours or drunk anything. I was absolutely exhausted, felt like I was going to pass out all the time. But of course, once the sickness feeling went, I was able to start eating little bits at a time, like maybe one biscuit here and there, have a little half a cup of tea and things, just to build up my system back a little bit. But yeah, so I went back to the doctors the following day. Brian had to take some time off work, which wasn't great because, again, he doesn't get paid for being off either. So financially, it's not great, which is another stress on top of that. But I'm dealing with it. I'm okay. So yeah, I went back to the doctors and they have now put me on citalopram, which I take. I've been on them before. I'd explained this to the doctor originally, that I'd been on them before when I was ill with Alicia and they worked for me. But I never had with Alicia. I had the citalopram and I got better, but I never had the counselling with it. Now, there's obviously underlying issues with my anxiety. They've got to be coming from somewhere because some of them are like seriously irrational. I do suffer with general anxiety. It's not just one thing. Everything can trigger it. So but yeah, so I am on the citalopram now. I've been on them for about a week. They've given me diazepam as well, which I've started to sort of wean off because obviously they can become very, very addictive. But I don't need to take them. I don't feel like I need to take them as much. So I'm okay. I'm not as okay as I think I could be. I'm on a very low dose of citalopram, so it might need to be upped. But I'm okay enough to function. I took the kids to school last week at the end of the week. Other than that, the teachers were, but I gotta be honest, the teachers at the school have been brilliant. They've been fetching the children home to me. Brian took time off work. Everybody has been fantastic. Like massive shout out to like Steph, Laura and Jude. Like they have been there like all the way through. So yeah, I just broke and I needed to be fixed. So there's no shame in it. I don't mind talking about it. If anybody else wanted to talk about it, feel free to email me. You know, like I say, I don't mind. I know some people are not comfortable with talking about it in front of people, but I feel it helps me. I'm not very good on my phone though. I don't know what it is about phone calls. I think it's because I used to work in a call centre and it was so bad that I've just become like that I hate phones. I don't know why. I'm just much more of a texter or a writer then. So yeah, anyway, so I'm on them. I'm going to speak to the doctors when the Easter holidays are over. I'm back in work. I did my first full shift on Sunday. It was thoroughly exhausting because obviously I'm still not eating properly, so my energy levels are a bit rubbish. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it because I love my job. So it's not my job, it's everything that goes around it, the organisation and everything. So yeah, I really love my job. So you know, going there helps me because it distracts me and I can be Amy then, and I'm not just mummy or Brian's partner or whatever. I can be Amy and I can be myself. So I enjoy going to work. So that's my choice. Some people don't want to, and at the end of the day I haven't got much choice in the matter. I can't curl up in a ball and just sort of do that for 2 weeks. I've got 3 children. I've got to be, I know it's not going to be fast healing, but I need to be okay for them. Do you know what I mean? But also I need to concentrate on myself because I'm far too much that I worry about other people. So yes, so trying to control that and get that into sort of my head has been quite difficult. And I went to university, I did psychology and counselling, and I know everything that I have to do. I know techniques, coping techniques, things like that. I just cannot do them on myself. I need that professional help. I feel a lot better when I'm talking. I can talk to my family members and my friends and things like that, but I feel that I can talk better to somebody that I don't know, because they know what they're talking about. I'm not saying that other people don't know what they're talking about, but when you're talking to somebody professional and who's in that line of work, they know what they are talking about, so they can help you in ways that it could be something that's been triggered something that I don't even know that's going on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, when I speak to them now about, because they've given me enough to last me for a month, so I'll speak to them after the Easter holidays. So I want to get sort of on the ball with the counselling. I don't want to miss that this time because, like I say, the citalopram help, but there's obviously underlying issues that I've got that I need to sort of work through. So that is where I am at the moment. So I just wanted to come on and just be completely honest with you, and say that, yes, hey, I'm Amy and I do struggle with my mental health. When you talk about mental health, you don't realise how many other people have actually got mental health issues and are on medication. It's amazing. Like, most of the people that I've spoken to are like, oh yeah, I've been on that, or I'm going on that, or do you know what I mean? It's something, it's more talked about now, and obviously I think since COVID, it has to be talked about more. I think that had a lot to do with it, you know, the isolation and everything like that. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that it's just a bit of a killer, innit? Well, they do say that, like, you know, mental health can kill and stress and whatever, but, you know, I'm getting there. I'm not 100% by any means. You know, it's been like literally a few days, but even though a few days has been, I'm okay to talk on a camera. My mum and brother have been to visit. Now that would have been like a really sort of anxious moment for me. I would have been really, really stressed about it. I mean, I've had the diazepam to help me along the way, but I really, really enjoyed them being here because I was able to just like be free. It was so lovely, and they enjoyed seeing the children and everything. It was such a lovely weekend. And I needed to see my mum. You know, I needed a mum hug. So she lives in Spain. My father lives in America. So it's my brother lives in Manchester. So I don't have a lot of people around that I could just have a hug. Do you know when you just need a hug? So yes, so that is me. So I'm going to stop talking about that now, draw a line under it. I can give you sort of updates as to how I'm getting on. I don't mind doing that. If you want to hear about that, that's fine. But obviously, you know, we come on here to craft and talk crafting. But I just wanted to be up close, personal, honest with you. That's how I am. I've got a lot of other personal things going on in the background as well, which I'm not going to sort of discuss because that is sort of family related. But you know, my close friends and stuff know about it, my family or whatever. But yeah, so that's tough, but I am working through it. So yeah, so this is one of the reasons. So I just wanted to share with you, I bought a colouring book because I find colouring really, 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 really relaxing. So I bought myself some new felts. You gotta love a new pack of felts. So I got my Hedwig pencil case that Jude gave me. I bought myself some felts, some proper big felts. Gave all my old ones to the kids. My kids are not allowed to use my felts. I don't let them use my felts because, like, the way they push down on a felt, it's too much for me. I can't, my anxiety can't deal with it. It's too much stress. You know that squeaking noise? Oh my God, it's sacrilegious. What are you doing? But anyway, yes, I bought myself some felts. I bought myself this Vampire Diaries colouring book because I'm watching Vampire Diaries at the minute. I have actually seen Vampire Diaries, but I've got a serious obsession with Ian Somerhalder, which I always have had. But yes, I got this quartz colouring book. But the only thing is once you like colour one page, the felt goes on to the next. Like the other one I had, if I can show you, my Grey's Anatomy one. Is it my Grey's Anatomy one? Yeah, my Grey's Anatomy one, like there. Now, see that one there, I haven't finished that one yet. But there, it hasn't gone on to the back. So, but this one does, so obviously the paper is a lot thinner. So I've had to sort of skip pictures then. So I've done like that one, and then I had to skip a few, done that one, and I've had to skip a few. But yeah, that's the one I'm doing at the minute. But I'm going back and forth between this one and my Grey's Anatomy. I have got another one as well, which has got black back into it. Not sure if anybody else suffers with mental health or whatever, but I do find colouring really, 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 really helps me to to relax. Some people get really impatient with it. Like I know my sister-in-law, she prefers to like crochet and things, and Laura has said to me about knitting. Why don't I knit? But I think I prefer to colour. And I've also got a lot of I've ordered about 4 or 5 diamond paintings, the 5D diamond paintings, because I find them really relaxing. So I've ordered them from AliExpress, so I'm waiting on them to come. A lot of them are of him. Because I'm seriously obsessed. This is what I've turned my anxiety on now, to obsession stalker. And obviously he's married to Nikki Reed, who is in Twilight. Devastated, so jealous. But yeah, so 2 vampires together, that's amazing. Yeah, I just love him. So anyway, but I bought myself a portfolio because I can't have them like in frames everywhere. I mean, it's ridiculous. But Brian enjoys doing them as well. His is in a frame. He's got a Jaws one that he done, and it's in a frame. And he's in the middle of doing a Jurassic Park one, which I wouldn't have mind doing that one. I've got a Grinch one. I've got one coming of Hocus Pocus. I think I've got one coming of Buffy. And I've got like 3, I think, coming of the Vampire Diaries, mainly Ian, some older. And then I bought myself a portfolio, because on AliExpress you can get a portfolio. I usually go for the 30 by 40 centimetre ones. So yeah, so I went for that one. And rather than sort of putting them in frames, I can put them in a portfolio then and have a look back on them. Because I've already got a couple in my cupboard that I haven't put in frames. That I did for the kids, but the kids are not that fussed on them. So anyway, but yeah, so I bought myself that, and I did treat myself to, where is it? Is that the right way? Yes, stamping platform. Can I get that all in? This is the stamping platform. This is the actual platform. I haven't actually used it yet. I have been slightly naughty and signed up to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but only because I had a lot of money in my basket, and it was way cheaper to join because I'd get the same amount equivalent to what I was spending, and of course delivery is something like £6, which is crazy, but I get free delivery on it all, and I'm just basically a demonstrator. I don't have to do anything with that demonstrator. People do. I think Jess is one. Jess Marble, she's one, I'm sure. And I follow a lot of Stampin' Up demonstrators on YouTube. But yeah, because I wanted some. I've got a real big obsession with tulips. And lilies, and like I don't know what's wrong with me, because I have never been this type of person, but I really love them, and we've got some lovely ones in the garden at the minute, and I've seen some lovely cards with some stamped images, so that's why I bought the stamping platform, to help me get my alignments straight and things. I have also ordered some bits from AliExpress, so I've got this die here, sorry for the glare. This is like a nesting tag die, which I thought I could use for my albums, for my bigger tags and stuff. I also do tag flips. I got these nesting dies as well, which I actually thought were a bit bigger. But what I was thinking with these is they're great. If you use the biggest size one, you can put rings in them and make them into like a shaped album. And then use the second layer then for your decorative paper. So yeah, so that was my idea for that one. I also got this one here, which says happy birthday. And it's got the, you know, the background behind it, which I'm loving at the minute. Got this slimline die as well, which I'm really, really excited to use. It's got loads of different layers. The banners in the middle, it's got the scalloped squares, it's got the heart, it's got the scalloped circle, got the little banners. So yes, I'm really excited to use that one. And I picked up this stamp set, and I'm not entirely sure why I picked this stamp set up, but I did. So yeah, I did. It's got Jan. I think I picked it up more so for the months. These numbers I'd probably never use. I probably wouldn't use that unless I was making my own calendar of some sort. I might use some of these cute little images, like the birthday cake and the star and the umbrella. It's cute. And the little apple for teachers. And like there's a notebook there, and there's this little clip thing here, which I'll show you because Judah sent me some gorgeous Happy Meal, and I'll show you what that could be used for, because it is a perfect, I'm sure it's perfect size. But yeah, so I've ordered them. I've also ordered some more things from Ali, but they haven't come yet. So I'll show you a couple more of them. So again, some stamps and some dies. And then from Stampin' Up my order, I'll show you that when that comes too. But I don't think I've ordered anything else. So yeah, so I'm going to stop the video there. I am going to sort of put this one up first, I think. And then I'm going to do another couple of videos. I've got Happy Mail to share with you that I've had from my bestie Jude. And I have had an entry again, like I say, from the lovely Debbie, who is Paper Lace and Some here on YouTube. So I want to share that with you. I haven't had any other entries. I have been making a few bits, so I can show you that too, which is going to go into the enterprises. So yeah, I shall speak to you all in my next video. So again, I'm sorry this video is so long. Like I say, I will put in the title sort of mental health chat. So if you want to watch it, you can. If not, you don't have to. It's entirely up to you, but I just wanted to be honest and open. Then sometimes I can't get on video. I'm not sure how many people watch my channel. Anyway, I don't know. I've been told that my voice is soothing to some, but I find it completely annoying. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of put it out there that I can't always be there. I did also get, when I got the thing, I got this sort of mood tracker journal thing, and basically it's somewhere where I can write in sort of every night about my day, because I have been doing that as well, because that's been really helping me a lot, as I like to write things down and see the patterns of how I'm going, whether I'm falling backwards or not. But yeah, oh, I got glue all over my desk. Honestly, I need to tidy up. But yeah, that's me. So I'm going to stop talking now, and I will come on and do some other videos. Brian's due back any minute now. I've dropped the children off to Brenda because I'm working tomorrow. So yeah, I'm hoping he's going to say we can have it. My appetite isn't great, okay? But the weekend we had a Chinese and it was absolutely beautiful. And you know, sometimes when you have a Chinese and you have way too much and you think, oh my God, I'm so full, I feel so sick. But I had just the right amount, you know, and it was lovely. So I think I'm going to ask him, can we order a Chinese? Because we haven't got any children. So hopefully he'll say yes. But yeah, I'm going to pop on and do a few videos like sort of in between. But he'll probably be in here then. Not in my craft room, obviously, but I don't even know what time it is. 4:23, so I'm going to have to go make him a coffee now because he's due home in 5 minutes' time. So, yeah, so I'll post this one up now, and I shall see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I appreciate all your support. I know, I think I may have lost a couple of subscribers. I'm not sure if that's because I haven't been posting videos. I don't know. You never really know with YouTube how it goes. So, I'm not letting it worry me or anything, but yeah, so I just wanted to say hello, hope you're okay, and that's where I've been, and it's all been about me really, haven't it, this chat? Sorry, I do apologise, but I hope you were all well, and I just want to don't suffer in silence, really, please don't suffer in silence, because there are so many people that can help you. So yeah, so I shall see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.